This video is sponsored by Wing Technology, your ultimate flight sim hardware solution.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. For today's valued viewer request, we have from Privateer 454. Found an F-14A versus Hornet scenario by one of the greatest F-14 sticks there ever was. Take a look. May make a good, quick vid. Well, we do like a good, quick vid, RC. So 3, 2, 1, go!
At the Oak Club one night, this Marine squadron came in, and there were brand new Hornet guys. The guy was a Top Gun instructor. They were big talk, and we were supposed to fight the next day. And long story short, they came out, and we were scheduled to fly them in the bar at the Oceana. We finally wound up. This guy was bragging and said, "Oh, we can beat a Tomcat all day long." And so I go to the CO, my CO, and I say, "Skipper, can we train this around and do this guy a 1v1?" And I told the guy, "We're only going to do the 1v1 if, this was on Wednesday, on Friday night, whoever loses buys the other squadron buys the winner squadron all the cocktails and all the roast beef and all the shrimp you want all night long." And so I went out the next day and fought this guy, but I set it up. You know, if you're a fighter pilot, you got to cheat. So I tell him I have to do a post-maintenance check flight. So I said, "I'll go out to the downrange end of the range, and then I'll meet you. We'll do an intercept, and we'll set up, and we'll do a hack, a split, and then we'll turn in." So I go down there. I dump gas. I dump 10,000 pounds of gas. I'm down to 6,000 pounds. I merge with the guy. I sweep the wings back, bleed off. He thinks I'm going 450 knots. As we turn in, I go idle, boards, turn back in. The wings come forward. In the Tomcat, there was a prohibitive maneuver of using full flaps, but I'm turned it into art science. So I pulled the aux flaps circuit breaker, pulled the mid-compression bypass circuit breaker, which gave me another 2,000 pounds of thrust, put the main flaps down, went to burner, merged at 325, and he was going 450, and I was inside his term. He freaked and pulled like a dope, like I thought he might, and then bled all his airspeed. Then I went in the vertical and came back down and gunned him in about 42 seconds. And then he said, "I'll go set up another." I said, "I'm bingo." Meanwhile, the squadrons are in the tax range watching all this stuff and go, "Okay." So my guys all get up and say, "We'll see you Friday night." And we did. So it wasn't that I was that much a better pilot, it's just I cheated better.
It's Captain Dale Snodgrass. So some talking points from that. One, the fighter pilot always cheats. And there is, I know it's funny, but there is some truth to that, in that almost every fighter pilot we interview says you must cheat in real combat. And that means you must do everything you possibly can within or without the rules to win. So jettison your fuel, jettison your stores, use the sun, use the clouds, use the terrain, use whatever. Hearing that again and again and again. So there's that. So he dumped his fuel down to 6,000, which from about 16,000 internal, so that's a lot he's dumped. He has pulled his bypass circuit breaker, which you know gives you a lot more power in the old TF30 engines in the F-14A, which is what this is. He also used full flaps, which is obviously forbidden because you'll bend the tubes, but he can just about get away with it as long as he doesn't go too fast. He went over the top with flaps, which is just the ultimate maneuver. Nothing in the world ever invented, maybe apart from, you know, the thrust vector jets, can beat a Tomcat going over the top with flaps, you know, in landing mode. And to beat the Hornet, who obviously panicked and ended up pulling massive alpha. So, RC, are you ready to reenact?
Ready.
Stand by. Here is my F-14A. Note that I have cheated and put myself down at, oh, well, that will be 6,000 pounds. It's not loaded in yet. RC is over there, a mile off to my starboard. He's in an F-18. He's an honest man, and he took his full fuel of 10,000 pounds or whatever it is. That's a him problem. What we're going to do, RC, when I unpause, we're going to travel at 300 knots straight forward, okay? I'm on your left by a mile, by the way. Then I'll count 3, 2, 1, go. You turn left, and we're going to merge, okay? God's sake, don't shoot me on the merge. We'll merge, and then we're going to fight, okay? When we fight, just do a normal fight. So about 400-ish knots for you. Try and keep to that, and try and turn like that. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to put my flaps on, and I'm going to get super slow, and I'm going to do a really quick snap, one circle, and get you like that, and force you into the error. I'm going to be using, valued viewers, full flaps down for the flaps rather than maneuver flaps, and ping, mid-compression bypass circuit breaker pull, which allows me to get some extra power. The real pilots would do this up high for safety. We're going to do it down here because it's not real and it's sexy. And I'm not actually sure the mid-compression bypass circuit will actually have any difference on the ground, but we'll see. 3, 2, 1, go. Right. Try and keep relatively on speed, otherwise we won't be able to merge.
We're Joker fuel.
We're just going to get to those mountains because it will just look cooler. Okay, you ready, RC?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, fight. Right. Bypass done. Visibility in this thing is so terrible.
Lights on. There is a bandit.
Flaps on.
9 o'clock high.
Oh,
1
it's
mile.
beautiful. Beautiful RC. Over the top. Onto his 6. Look at that. That is absolutely unescapable. A hell of a job getting.
9 o'clock high.
Hell of a job getting the flaps fixed back at base, but that's not a me problem. And he's even forced for stall. Yeah, get some. Oh, I'm going down too. They work beautifully. Chap, I was lighter than you. You know, power to weight. The flaps allow me to just turn over the top in seconds, in 26, 27, 28 degrees per second. There's not much really you can do about that. Anything you want to add to that?
No.
Hope you enjoyed that, and see you later.